Matt?
Well, I guess take us through that new nickname then. Give us the
Um,
story.
well, King Mo, my head coach, ended up giving it to me after watching me, beat up dudes in the training room, and watching my sparring rounds. And he was just like, "Damn, man, you got it all. You got the speed, you got the power, um, you got the slickness, you got the grappling, the striking, you got it all. I'm gonna start calling you the human cheat code." And during my commentators interview for my last fight in December, I was talking to Big John and them, and kind of told them that story. And then after my fight, after I won, Big John came up, and I forgot exactly. I think I called out Salter, or maybe that was after the whole thing. But anyway, during the time, he's like saying, "We're gonna start calling you the human cheat code." And I was like, "Man, I kind of like that nickname." So, and I'm known to change my nickname a lot. So, Diamond Hands held up for a little bit. I like sticking with that because I knocked out Daniel Madrid with that knockout, or with that nickname, and then kept it for a few fights, and now we're here.
Are you a gamer at all? Is it a name that resonates with you?
Oh
Has
yeah, I
meaning
used to
for
be
you
a
at all?
gamer as a kid. I don't game as
Yeah.
much anymore, but yeah, like I used to play Grand Theft Auto, Sims, like Mortal Kombat, all the cheat codes. I would use them all, mess
You'll have to
around
get
with it,
back into it now. You're
Yeah, but
stuck.
now I'm the cheat code in the cage, so that's kind of the whole thing.
Well, I guess welcome home. I guess a little bit is
Yeah,
in order. I mean, what about 100 miles away is where you
yeah.
wrestled, right? So when you knew you were going to be fighting here again for the first time since I guess the Shamrock days, does that give you a little extra motivation? Does it kind of ramp up the excitement for
Sure,
this week?
sure. I'm pretty excited for anytime I can showcase my skills in the cage, regardless of where it's at. Um, I'm just happy to have a job and fight and put on entertaining shows for fans.
Talk to me about the opportunity that you have this week. I mean, this is a big name. I mean, arguably the biggest name you've been in there against, I guess, to this point.
Mhm.
It's coming off a title fight. Does this feel like the biggest opportunity of your career so far?
Sure, sure it does. He's definitely the toughest competitor to date, but I've been preparing for this moment my whole career and ready to show out.
Um, People look at your resume on paper. I guess there's an argument to be made that you haven't really been tested yet.
Yeah,
Nobody's been a real true challenge. I mean, you've
sure.
lost what, a round from one judge, right?
Yeah, but that
Uh,
was yeah,
Disputed
yeah,
too, right?
yeah. Questionable,
Talk to me about, do you feel like if you are tested and it's a little bit tougher this time out against John Salter, that's a good thing for you? Or would you still rather just get in there and like, let's take care of business and get this guy out of here in half a round?
I'm up for any potential. I don't really care. Um, like I said, I just like to. I'm glad I have a job and that I can be an entertainer and put on shows. But I work my ass off in the room, and I get tested in the room day in and day out, and I'm prepared for that moment if it comes.
The champ just won again.
Hmm.
Salter's right behind him in the rankings. You're
Hmm.
right there too.
Hmm.
Does this feel like this is, a number one contenders fight that you win this fight on Saturday, you can kind of make a claim and say, all right, I should be next without question.
Sure, I think it'd be a fair claim, and I'm looking forward to taking that number one spot and making that a future fight. No problem.
Johnny, you talked about your work in the room. Mizzou just won their 11th consecutive title. Did you get a chance to go back to Columbia and do any work before this fight?
No, I did not. I did get a little bit of work over the holidays. I got to go in the room and wrestle around a little bit. Some of the guys I think they were in the middle of a break, but some of the guys stayed around and stuck in the room, and got to catch up with Coach Smith, and it was fun. But no considerable like time back at Mizzou.
Now, you made the name change. We just found out as
Yeah.
far as your nickname is concerned. Diamond Hands, like you said, that was one that held a special place in your heart. Was that because of your crypto skills, or where was that from?
Yeah, that originally started with the whole crypto stuff. I'm in a Discord. I made my Discord name Diamond Hands. Ended up rolling over to my fight nickname. Then I knocked out Daniel Madrid, and it kind of like, kind of worked in both departments. So I just ran with it.
So what are your thoughts about Biden's recent legislation regarding crypto?
Oh, I haven't really looked up into it. What was it?
I know he signed an executive order about it recently.
Yeah, I got to research that. I've kind of been honed in on this fight. I haven't really been. I kind of tune out of crypto and anything not fight related. A couple weeks before my fight. So, yeah, that's probably something I'll have to read about. Yep. Thank you.
Got a couple more here. Santiago.
Good afternoon, Johnny. Thank you for the time. This fight between you and Salter was supposed to happen in your backyard, Florida, last year, but something messed that up. What is your perspective on that situation? Because you were pretty pissed off about this, right?
Yeah, I signed a bout agreement, to fight John in Florida in November, and never heard back from him. And then they had to push my fight. I was pretty pissed off about it. He said he didn't hear about the fight, like his manager, or he didn't get a bout agreement or anything. He had no clue about it. I got an actual bout agreement. And I signed it. I have people that could tell you the same thing. But I think he didn't want to fight me, or maybe he was injured, or the excuse I got was he was injured. But supposedly, I don't know. There's a few stories going around.
Your teammate Austin Vandervoort had a tough outing against the champion, Gegard Mousasi, a couple of weeks ago. What do you think about the current middleweight champion, Mousasi, and about his last two dominant title defenses?
I think he looks good. He's one of the best middleweights in the world, and I want to test him. I want to get in that cage with him and see how good he really is.
Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Johnny. Salter said in a recent interview that he feels that you have some animosity towards him, and it stems from you feeling that the fans think that you haven't been tested. Is there any truth to that, or is there not as much animosity there as he thinks there is?
Nah, there's no animosity. I don't really hate the guy. I actually saw him when we were doing COVID testing, and I shook his hand and said, "What up?" He's a nice dude, but honestly, I take it a little bit personal when you sign a bout agreement, thinking you could beat me. So I'm going to take it personal into the cage, and I'm going to try to break his face.
All right, that's good to hear. And also, will you be asking Bellator to make your nickname official this week and announce it at the fight? Make the change official.
Of course. I already made it official.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan, by the way. Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks.
Good luck Saturday.
Appreciate it.
Luis.
Hi, Johnny. I'm Luis from MMA Pit, and your next fight is against a former contender. Yes, and you are under the common event. How important is for you this fight, and how excited are you for this fight?
I'm pretty damn excited about this fight. It's in St. Louis, in my home state, and my family's going to be able to make it. They usually have to watch it on online or on Showtime. It's going to be fun, going to have a lot of familiar faces and going to show out.
Thank you, Johnny.
Ben.
Hey, Johnny, functional patterns seems to have been a huge help to you. Their training methodology has gotten you through some tough things. How are they changing the science behind the fitness game, and what are the biggest ways that they've assisted you?
Well, they work on the fundamental, how do I explain this? That's a good question. So there are fundamental movements humans adapted to do, and it's standing, walking, running, and throwing, and they orient their training methods around that. They take a first principles approach, and yeah, man, if you go on to FP or Functional Patterns Instagram, they'll showcase a lot of results, and results don't lie.
Love it. Best of luck Saturday.
Yeah, no problem.
Dylan.
Hey there, Johnny. I appreciate you making some time.
Yeah, I mean, I have to, so.
Well, I was just curious because, Austin Vandervoort was mentioned earlier. Obviously, Dalton Rasta, a prominent training partner of yours as well. Can you speak to how much that, trifecta of ranked Bellator middleweights has benefited everyone there?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. It's great having high-level guys in the gym at your weight. I'll train with light heavyweights. I'll train with middleweights. I'll train with welterweights even. But it's always nice to have guys that are actually in your weight class, even in the same promotion. It makes it fun. It makes these interviews fun.
Yeah, a lot of great looks to be had. But I saw on the Instagram you had Pink Floyd Have a Cigar playing, which is a great tune. Is that the kind of music you're generally finding yourself jamming to?
I jam to everything, but yeah, I like Pink Floyd. I like old school hip hop. I like James Brown. I like that groovy shit. I just like to, have fun.
For sure. Thanks for the insights, man.
No problem.
All right. Thank you very much, Johnny.